Hey guys, what's going on? So let's go through my eyeshadow palette collection. Let's see what we got in there. I'm a little nervous because I know I'm gonna have to throw a few out that I've had for the longest, but we'll see. So first things first, we've got the iconic Modern Renaissance palette. This one is from Anastasia. I'm never getting rid of it. I don't care what anybody says. It went through it though, but I'm not getting rid of it. I'm just not. Obviously, I've had this since what, 2018? I don't remember when this specific one came out, but you cannot pay me enough to get rid of this. Like, this is a staple. I think everybody at this point should have this palette. It is the best. It is super pigmented. It blends like a dream, and it's just perfect for any occasion. Next one I have is the Morphe by Jaclyn Hill palette. This one is, I don't remember which one this one is, Ring the Alarm. And I love this one because I love the orange tones that it comes with and the browns. I've done a lot of looks with this from spring, summer, all the seasons. This one's actually really good for the fall though because you've got those perfect like plums, golds, oranges, and I love it. So that's definitely staying in the collection. So this one is Through My Eyes. This is ColourPop's collab with I Love Sarai. This one, I think my sister gave me this one, and it looks like this. It's got all these pretty colors in it. I love this like turquoise shimmery shade, but like honestly, I don't really use these kind of colors a lot. Even in like the spring and summer, like I just do a lot of neutral shades. Yes, there are very, very few neutral shades in here, but there's more colors, like pops of colors in here. I think I'm gonna make a maybe pile. I don't know. It's cute, but again, it's not something that I would normally gravitate towards, so she might end up going in the trash. Next, we've got the Tartelette Toasted palette. This is one of my faves of all time because, like I said, I love browns. I love really, really warm tones. I don't really like cool tone shadows unless I'm doing like a gray, black, you know, basic smoky eye like that. That's like really the only time I get into those kind of tones. But whenever it comes to eyeshadows, it's literally just like these warm tones. Like, definite a must for me. So she's staying. She's not going anywhere. This one is actually a blush palette. This one's from Too Faced. This is the Natural Face palette. I think my sister also gave me this one. It looks like this. These are really, really cute tones. I think I've used this a few times. I think I'm gonna keep it because, you know, you always need some different types of tones for blushes. Alright, now we're taking it even further back. This is Makeup Geek. Does anybody remember when Makeup Geek became a thing? Oh man, I don't even know if you know, it still exists. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I know at one point it was really hot on the market. Every influencer and their mom was talking about it. Everybody had the Z palettes. If you don't know what a Z palette is, it's basically this whole case was empty and then you just build it in, you know, to whatever shades you want to purchase. But they're magnetic, so I can take these out whenever I want. This shade right here, Cocoa Bear, hit pan. Every influencer had it at the time. Of course, I had to jump on it. It is a beautiful warm shade. They're very, very pigmented. They blend smoothly. They're still really, really great eyeshadows. You see, I told you I'm gonna have a problem like trying to like throw some out because I have found myself still going into this palette, even though we're like years and years and years. I know it's probably not good, but the colors, like, look how cute. Like this cranberry I was obsessed with at one point for like Thanksgiving and things like that back in probably like 2017 era. I was really into like cranberry shades and things like that, and every time I would go to work, like I would do a full blown out like cranberry smoky eye with like falsies and everything like that. I guess we're gonna keep her in the maybe pile just because she's so old and I don't even know if it's still good, but like I love it. Next, this is a BH Cosmetics palette. I don't even know if BH Cosmetics is still really making any products. They were also another one that was so hot back in like 2015. Everybody was going crazy over the brushes. They were great quality. The shadows are at the time because it just came out. But I had to get this palette one. It's the Puerto Rico one. I love the tones that were in here, but I'm not gonna lie, I honestly bought it for this one shade right here. It's called Rincon. This is the part of Puerto Rico where my mom's family is from, so when I saw that, I was just like, oh, that is so cute. Like, you rarely ever find anything when, you know, that says like Puerto Rico or anything on it. So I was like, oh, this is just so cute. I love the packaging. I thought it was so adorable. It represents the way the island kind of looks a little bit. So I'm keeping it honestly for packaging reasons. Next is the Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette. This is beautiful. Like, oh my god, I love these shades. When I tell you, this is like super pigmented. Like if I go like that, like, oh, look at that. And then like if I go like this with this shade, oh my god, this is beautiful for like Thanksgiving, you know, just fall time, October vibes, like very winter palette, I would say. Beautiful. I love a good berry colored eyeshadow. I think I ordered that one online because at the time Ulta wasn't, I don't think Ulta was carrying this brand yet. So when I found it online, I jumped on it and oh my god, beautiful palette. I've got another Beige Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. This one's hanging in Hawaii. I think my sister gave me this one because she doesn't really use these kind of colors. But this one is super springy. It's got all these perfect neutral tones in it with some hints of pink in there, some cute shimmers, a nice peach shade. This one is definitely staying because I feel like this one I want to start getting into around this time of year now that we're finally going into a little bit of warmer weather. A must-have for spring, I would say. This one is another one from ColourPop. My sister gave me this one as well. This is the Soul one. And it looks like this. This is also, I would say, really, really perfect for spring and summer. I really like this coral color that it has right here. But do I know if I'm going to really use it? Probably not. So I don't know what to do with that one. We'll see. This one is from Violet Voss. This is the I'll Live You Forever. I thought that was such a cute little punchline right there. This one I would definitely say is more towards winter time. It's definitely got those nice olive tones, some dark browns, very, very deep tones. I've used it a few times. I do like the browns that are in here, of course. So we're gonna keep her, and it's great quality. I love Violet Voss. I don't really hear anybody talking about it anymore that much, but I like it. This one is a mini palette from Huda Beauty. This one is the Topaz Obsessions. This one is another one that my sister gave me. She had a whole bunch of them as well, so she knows I like these kind of tones a lot. This one is also like a perfect everyday palette. It gives me Thanksgiving vibes because it's got that like beautiful orangey, yellowish shade right there, and a lot of beautiful like shimmery bronzy tones. But I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile because I don't really use that much. Okay, now we're taking it even further back. The iconic Naked palette from Urban Decay. Wow, I can't even tell you how many of these probably flew off the shelves at the time this was released. Like, every influencer, again, had this palette. At the time, everybody was doing tutorials after tutorials on looks with this palette. When I first got it, I was like probably 16 at the time, and I felt like a pro makeup artist. I was honestly scared to use it because I thought only like people who were professionals are supposed to be using these kind of things. I don't know. And yeah, I mean, I used it. I mean, it doesn't look like I really did use it, but I promise I did. Now that I'm looking at it, I mean, would it be a palette that I would grab if, you know, it came out today? Probably not, because it's got a lot of cool tones in it, and as I said before, I don't really care for cool tones. But, yeah, she went through it. Look at that. Oof. It's still crazy to me, though, that till this day, it's still, like, $50-something. I noticed that with, like, high-end brands. Like, they will have a product out for years, and they will never, ever decrease the price, which is kind of bizarre to me because there's so many better palettes on the market today. So, I don't know. But I guess that's just how it is. Alright, I'm definitely going to have to do a part 2 of this video. But to wrap it up, we're going to finish off with the Huda Beauty. This is another one. This is the Ruby Obsessions one. It just looks like this. This screams Valentine's Day to me. Because it was buried in my collection, I didn't realize that I had it. I totally could have done something this past Valentine's Day for it. But I'm probably not going to really use it because I don't really wear plums and reds like that anymore. So she's going to be in the maybe pile. Anyway, come back for part 2.